Yeah.
Sure.
Go.
So anyways, like we were talking, so the biggest thing we wanted to do is just for you to be able to tell everybody what made you want to do the medical marijuana, what were your purposes behind that, and then where you were then and where you are now.
Okay. Well, it started out, my wife was dying of cancer, and I was in a deep depression, just isolated myself in front of the game console and never moved because I wanted to stay in the same room with her. After she passed, I walked into my barber shop, and thank God for barbers. They're your go-to doctor, right?
Yeah.
Well, she said, "You sound like a candidate." Hand me an American wellness flyer. I called up, got my appointment in. You were there. Listened to what the doctor said, did my paperwork, got my stuff together, and that's where it started. I wanted to get rid of the pain first, and I was dealing with neuropathy in my feet from the diabetes. I was doing 2 mixed shots of insulin, cloudy and clear, together twice a day, plus metformin, plus glipizide. So all of that just to hold it down. And what I did was, I said, I want to get rid of the pain. That was my main objective, and be able to get rid of the gabapentin. I didn't like the side effects. I mean, I'm lucky enough to be a veteran, and I have great VA benefits, so I deal with the VA, and one of the things they put me on was gabapentin, and they send you these huge books of side effects, and I just didn't like that one. So I said, I got to work on getting rid of the pain so I don't have to deal with this pain killer anymore.
Okay.
And doctor started me out on the vape inhalers and some tincture. Well, I had to go through different types of tincture to figure out which one worked best for the pain, and it was the sativa blend that would work the best. But lo and behold, just before Christmas, the company that I deal with, they had this new one that came out, and it was just 2 initials like D3 or C8, something like that, and it worked a miracle. I had crippling arthritis in my hands, and when I took it, I could move them.
Oh, wow.
And I was so excited, I started working out. I started moving my hands and everything. And then I wanted to be able to get more of it, but they had a sale just before Christmas and ran out and never brought it back.
Oh, no.
So what am I to do? I have to go find something else that works the same. So I tell the doctor, and he prescribes flour, and move from flour to orals. And when I found the sativa capsules, the 300 milligram sativa capsules, it was just godsend. Straight up godsend. Take one in the morning, good until the evening, and then, go to bed and sleep. I'd only do one of those a day. The only side effect was the drunken sailor effect.
Oh.
You stagger, but it just gives you all kinds of energy because you feel good. You don't have any pain. You're looking at yourself going, why am I sitting here? I feel good. I want to go do something. And you go out and dance. You take your, significant other out to eat. And I never changed my diet except for one thing. I quit drinking diet soda.
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I did that, the pounds just started falling off. And she was getting worried because I was losing almost a pound a week, a little over a pound a week. And she's going, you can't do this to me. You know, I'm trying to diet too. Well, it just rolled off. I didn't have to do much. In the mornings when I started eating my breakfast, I would think about, instead of 4 pieces of bread, why not a lettuce wrap? Or why not 1 piece of bread and have an open face? Never changed what I ate, just listened to my nutritionist at the VA saying, if it's in your hand, that's the portion. If it's overflowing, it's too much. So
yeah,
that's exactly what I did. I just narrowed everything down. I used the pain, the relief of the sativa, and I came across one sativa blend vape that, had I had it during this interview, you would not have seen me break down. It's a miracle.
that's good.
1 hit and the tears dry up. 2 hits and you can't remember why you were sad.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
But I've heard the sativa, that's, you know, it's supposed to be uplifting, focus, alert. Yeah, energy.
There's this particular blend. It's the only one I've come across, and when it's available, I buy as much as I can because I don't want to run out like I did with the tincture. And right now I'm having problems. I have to go to another company just to get the sativa capsules.
Oh.
I can only get the tablets right now because the capsules are not in stock.
Yeah.
So the biggest problem I'm having is keeping the things that do work for me in stock. I have to keep switching. Like I could wake up in the morning and I can feel my arthritis and I'll use a hybrid in the morning. But then I'll be looking at Facebook or something and boom, something hits.
Yeah.
Memories. God can't repress them.
No.
You got to be able to talk them out.
That's right.
I found a good person to be able to do that with.
That's good.
And as long as I can keep that vape next to me, I can control this.
That's good.
I hold it off anyway. The pain relief. When I started off at 262, and that was in August, July, August, and by February, I was down to 200.
Oh wow.
So I'm holding that weight now. I actually had to slow down because the skin was starting to hang and I was looking bad. So, you know, I had to wait for my skin to catch up. And so my exercise now consists of walking the dog. I wear a Grumman Connect, and this thing's addicting.
Is it?
Yeah, it tells you where you went, all the places you go, how many steps you take, your heart rate, everything is on it. If your doctor asks how you doing, you say, there you go, and you share the information.
There you go.
And it's great. I walk about 4,000 steps a day. That's just around 2 miles, you know, roughly.
Oh, that's good.
Not a whole lot, but that's just taking the dog for walks.
There you go.
I do my cardio. I rake leaves. That's my cardio.
We do what we can do right now, right?
That's all I've been doing throughout this thing. You know, I was, like I said, I sat underneath an oak tree with this universal and just played with it. I can't do leg exercises because I've got a tore up knee. I also have a calcified blood clot or DVT in my upper thigh, so my leg is restricted. This locks on me, and I wear a compression stocking to keep the swelling down because there's no blood flow. I had that surgery back in '98, and I've been living with this ever since.
Oh my goodness.
But the diabetes was from just sitting.
And so you're off all insulin now.
All except for metformin. I take 500 milligrams of metformin a day. I was taking 2,000 in the morning, 1,000 in the afternoon. I was also taking glipizide and the 2 injectable insulins that I would mix. What a hassle.
And now you're just down to the metformin.
Metformin. Yeah.
And that's even reduced.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
I have a whole list of medications, if you want to see them, that I used to take, and I don't anymore. High blood pressure medicine, don't take it anymore, don't need it. What was really cool was I had lost 30 pounds before my last trip to the VA. When I got there, I weighed in and I was all excited. Yeah, I blew that away. The doctor's going, "What'd you do?" And I said, well, I took a few steps, you know. I quit drinking because I was a bad alcoholic, but that was before my wife died. I quit smoking because she was dying of cancer. And I stopped drinking diet soda after she died. Those are my 3 things that I got rid of. Other than that, I don't do anything else. And she said, wait, what's going on? And I told her this story, and I told her who, my barber. She says, I need to find a barber for all my people.
There you go.
Like that, because she saw it, she passed it on to me. I showed up for the appointment. Getting to know the medications is the hardest part.
Yes.
You don't know how you're going to react to each one. A lot of people have problems with the vapes, especially the cartridge vapes, because the battery burns hotter than a disposable and causes your lungs to just... And you got to learn not to try and smoke it like a cigarette. Just a little bit and then inhale.
Yeah. And
it'll do the same trick, trust me. The tincture, gotta take it. Got to. It just, the inflammation is gone. And
awesome.
I enjoy the way I feel. Now, if I can get the sativa capsules back, I'll be good to go, because that's just pure energy.
So you're living life now.
I am. I'm enjoying it.
That's what's important.
Every day, you know, wake up and get going. I got so bored, I built a tiki fort, like, you know, like old blanket fort you get in your house when you were little. I did that with palm fronds that fell down from the winds, and I built one around our little patio in the trailer park.
Oh.
And it hasn't blown down yet. Yeah, it had high winds and everything. I'm enjoying myself, yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
I haven't been tested. That's the reason this is for your benefit. I don't know.
Not a problem.
I can neither confirm nor deny. But I don't have any of the symptoms, so.
There you go.
I'm good.
Being sick.
Yeah.
That's what counts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Thank you. Thank you.